Hey everyone, Andrew Frech here, the View and Product Reviews. Today I want to talk to you about my thoughts on the VisioGear Night Thunder 3X night vision goggles and seeing if they're worth grabbing or not. So let's go and dive into these night vision goggles and see if they're worth a pickup. And by the way, I did receive this from VisioGear for free, so I don't have to return or anything. So let's just go and dive into it. So this VisioGear Night Thunder 3X captures stunning 4K video as well as 40 megapixel pictures when you are using it. Now, as far as the 4K video and the 40 megapixel images, they aren't as crisp as like the specs would say, but they still look really good when you are putting this onto your computer from the device itself. They're just kind of like every other company out there who decides to kind of like up their specs, but the processing of it is still okay. However, this does make it really nice to be able to use for wildlife photography as well as any kind of nighttime shots that you want to get, say for nocturnal animals that only come out at night. This does feature an AI color boost technology, so it does give you a little bit more vivid pictures and video as well as a little bit extra contrast. So that's really nice, especially when it's dark out, because you are going to go into a night vision mode. And with that mode, you might lose some of that contrast, whereas this does show the contrast really nicely. They have this stealth glow backlight that you can either turn all the way off or on and make the operation very silent when you are utilizing it at night. Say you don't want to spook any animals, this will help with kind of alleviating that. And it's just really on the buttons there. And if you're trying to get shots from up to about 1,000 feet away, well, good news, you can do that here because it does have an 8x digital zoom, as well as 3 different levels of infrared, so that you can actually use it in really dark environments. So if there's like, say, no moon out right now, then you can actually utilize this with the even brighter infrared. So you just have the 3 settings you can go through, which is really handy. It's got a 5,000 milliamp rechargeable battery that's USB-C powered, so you get about 18 hours of total runtime with this when it's fully charged. Plus then it does come with a 32 gigabyte memory card. Now you can put your own in, but they're micro SD cards, so I like that it comes with a little memory card itself. And as you can see right here, it's got this rugged metallic silver shell to the outside, so it does have a bit of heft when you do hold it. And then you have a manual focus, so you can just twist this around to manually focus your shot. And then this will be the screen that you decide to look through when you are trying to focus. This one doesn't do anything. Plus then you have a built-in tactical flashlight right here, so it does flash around as well as just stay on if you choose. So I'll show you these real fast right here. I'm going to turn it on. All right, I'm going to turn on the flashlights. So this is going to be the flashing mode. So you can see right there. Just press it on again, and then this is the always on. And I'll show you some footage of this when I'm utilizing this at night, so you can see it a little bit better. And of course, these are the backlit lights, which is super nice. And then you have yourself, this is the power, this is the mode, so this also goes in the menu. And this, you can scroll up and down through the menu, plus has the digital zoom. Okay, of course, goes and says okay with any menu options. And then this changes the mode that it's in, whether it's daylight, evening, or infrared. So you have the daylight mode, the evening mode, and then 3 levels of infrared. Plus then this little button right here, if you decide to click it on off, this will keep the backlights on, or they'll turn them off. So the operation is really easy with this, very straightforward. It takes about 5 minutes to figure out and to fully learn. I'll show you up close this. There's the USB-C right there, and then that is the micro SD card slot. So you have both little slots there with the flush little rubber piece that's going to help keep it water resistant. And then if you do want to put it on a stand, you do have this little bracket there that you can screw into just a typical little tripod stand. So if you don't want to hold it with you and alleviate some of the shaking, then this will help with that. And I will say overall that this thing works pretty well. It's nothing extraordinary, but at the same time too, it's very similar to their other lineup of products for VisioGear. And I did like it. I think it's pretty good product. And at the same time too, it comes with all the different stuff that you would need inside it, including cables, memory card, and strap. And then this piece right here seems very durable. It's a nice metal almost in a way. It's got heft to it that is really nice to be able to hold and just very satisfying. So I do think that's really nice. And then, of course, I think it's going to be mostly water resistant because everything that could get wet is all covered up with a nice piece of plastic or a piece of rubber. So like, for example, this. It's a bit hard to pull out, and it tucks away pretty nicely and seems to have a very flush finish to it. So thank you so much to VisioGear for sending on over the Night Thunder 3X night vision goggles. Until next time, I'm Andrew Frech, the View and Product Reviews. I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye. And by the way, if you do like this content, feel free to give my video a like or subscribe to my channel. It always helps out. But otherwise, I hope you have a wonderful day.